There's a lot of talking around AI. You've noticed, right? And there's a lot of noise too. So today I want to show you three real use cases where we are using AI in businesses and it's really mature enough to do something. So let's dive into it. So we've got three use cases that are mature enough to work in a business. And the first one would be just plain and simple general purpose content generation and search. So that's the first use case that everybody tried out, which is on a chat interface. Just type some questions, get some information back, and maybe generate some content such as images or even crafting documents, drafts of emails, etc. In the case of Microsoft, we've got Microsoft Copilot Chat and Microsoft Copilot 365 if you have the premium license. But without a license, you can already use these features with your included, which are included in your Microsoft 365 license. This is called Microsoft Copilot Chat, and it's available for you if you go to copilot.microsoft.com, log in with your uh, business account, or if you are using the browser, Edge browser, you've got the this button in the top right where you can open a window. Well, this is normally not enough because what we want is generate content or make searches around specific stuff of our business. So providing more context. And this is what the second use case is, which is this RAG, this augmenting data for our AI agents using enterprise data, documents, records from the database, etc., etc. In the Microsoft ecosystem, this is called an agent, and we build those agents from Copilot Studio. If you know a little bit of history, this was called before Power Virtual Agents. Now, the third use case, and this is the one I've been working most with lately, is document extraction with AI. And it's basically a great leap that AI has provided because previously, with in the case of Microsoft AI Builder, we were able to extract information out of documents, kind of OCR. And some models work pretty well without training, like the invoice model. But for other documents, you had to train the AI to read, okay, in this part of the document, extract this information, this other part, the other thing. And this was, well, in some cases, was not feasible because of the number of different documents and the AI was not very accurate. Now, with the new GPT models, new generative models, we are able to get information out of documents just type in a description. We'll see about that in a moment. But now let's take a deeper look into the first cases as well. So, first, for content generation and search, we've got to distinguish two different branches of Copilot because, well, also the naming is constantly changing. This is pretty new, but essentially, we'll be right to distinguish two branches of Copilot. The one included or more focused on the Microsoft 365 ecosystem, the also called digital workplace. So tied up to your Word documents, Outlook client, PowerPoint, etc., Excel. And this is normally accessed via the Copilot app. You've got several. Well, we won't get into details of what's included with the Copilot chat and the premium license. That the premium license nowadays it's worth buying. At first, it wasn't. The early adopters were pretty upset with it, but with time, it did get a lot better. What we are talking about is basically this interface. This is the desktop version, but you've got the mobile version, you have the web version of it, and the one that's in the side panel of the Edge browser. What we've got here is a chat interface that you can focus. If you've got the premium stuff, you can focus only in getting me information or content related to work data, or only web data. Work data also can be enhanced with web search, but if you're concerned about security, you have to take notice of that and ask your IT admins about the Bing search configuration. If not, you can ask me, of course. Well, what can we do here? Of course, just chat. But then we have some agents here. Basic agents created by Microsoft. Well, basic, but very potent. Basic in the terms of you don't have to configure them, but you can also create your own agents like this one. And to create your own agent, here, create agent, what you are doing is customizing your Copilot, your agent, your assistant with some prompt information. And you can also provide some knowledge. Knowledge meaning that it will use this augmented knowledge to gather information more relevant to you. And this is right up coming to the Copilot Studio. If you take notice, this is already kind of a lightweight version of Copilot Studio for people who are not really developing solutions as a way of life, as I'm doing, right? For others, it's more like creating your own personal Copilot to do your thing. And this is already a light version of what we are going to see Copilot Studio, the most advanced way. This is what it was previously, Power Virtual Agents, the most advanced way of building these AI agents, which you can publish into Teams or other channels. You can integrate with data like SAP, Database Shipper, of course, and create MCP servers to also actuate, make actions on the data. And then you can also integrate with the custom AI models from Azure AI Foundry that is not available in the out of the box experience that you can see here. Now let's jump to the third use case, which is document extraction. Document extraction, normally it's a process where you get information of the document, use AI to get that information, and then review the document by a human because normally, the models are real good, but depends on the document. You may need to add a human in the loop, of course. Technologies that are normally used to fulfill this is SharePoint Online for document management, storing the documents and moving them around, AI builder for the artificial intelligence part, then building a custom application with Power Apps and Power Automate for automation. And how can this look like? Let's jump into this application. It's a demo application where you can see that we have an invoice with status as AI processed. So AI has done something here. And if we go inside, we will be able to see some fields with invoice information, then a process here. Well, typical Power App that we can build. And the novelty would be that, well, we have the file in here. We can check that this is an invoice, well, in Spanish, but it's an invoice. And you can use this custom button over here built into this Power App to do the human review part, where you can see in the left the fields and the right the document to just check the data, whatever it is. And how is this implemented? The AI part. Well, we will use in these kind of processes Power Automate plus AI Builder. And this would be the AI Builder action. And we can see how things have changed a lot if you've used AI Builder before, because now we have these Copilot actions. It's been around for a while, where instead of training these AI, what you do is just provide this prompt, and then you get the information in the format that you need. And that's that for this video. If you have questions, you want to go deeper, be sure to subscribe, because if you subscribe to my newsletter and you respond to any of my messages, I will read them, because I've got a Power App behind the scenes to manage all my emails. More on that in the channel. So talk soon and see you in the next video. Bye.